Welcome back to Health Daily. I'm your host, Dr. J. Today, we talk about the surprising effects that this breathing technique has on anxiety and blood pressure. Stick around to the end, and I'll explain the difference between this and mindful meditation, which one is superior according to the research. First, make sure you like, subscribe, share this video with somebody that you know that can use it. Let's get to it. Let's talk about the first article that talks about breathing techniques at a cardiology journal. This study talks about the 4-4-8 breathing technique. The first 4 is for inhaling through your nose. Second 4 is for holding that breath. And then the 8 is for exhaling for 8 seconds. So we're talking about 4 seconds of inhalation through the nose, 4 seconds of holding, 8 seconds of exhaling through the mouth. And you can try that at home right now. Don't wait on anybody. See if it calms you down. But let's talk about this study really quick. This study was about arterial stiffness in young, healthy men. So we're looking at blood pressure and seeing if this technique actually acutely reduces the blood pressure. So it was conducted to determine the acute effects of slow breathing on arterial stiffness, blood pressure, and cardiac autonomic function. The results suggest that this breathing technique may reduce arterial stiffness and improve autonomic function by decreasing the sympathetic activity and increasing the parasympathetic activity. And so the sympathetic and the parasympathetic, you've probably heard that before because that's the flight or fight response. And so this periodic breathing showed that it caused slow, deep breathing, which affects the venous return to the heart and ultimately the blood pressure. So the study's findings have big implications for the use of slow breathing techniques as a non-pharmaceutical intervention for cardiovascular health. Let's keep talking, keep going through these studies. So this study talks about the 4-7-8 breathing. So similar, why don't you try this one? Inhaling 4 through your nose, hold for 7 seconds, exhaling 8 through your mouth. And so this technique in this article from Medical News Today talks about this breathing technique of that involves breathing for 4 seconds, holding for 7, and exhaling for 8, like we just talked about. It aims to reduce anxiety and helps with sleep. Although there is limited scientific research for this, the technique involves focusing on long, deep breaths and maintaining a specific ratio to achieve relaxation and potentially reducing stress and anxiety levels. And with regular practice, even with shorter patterns, it may lead to benefits after several days to weeks. So that's not that long. Let's keep going. So this study, this was back in 2017. So this, as you can see, the breathing techniques aren't new, but this is from a Stanford University School of Medicine. They've identified a small cluster of neurons in the brainstem that links breathing to states of mind, including relaxation, attention, excitement, and anxiety. So this discovery that was published in the journal Science reveals that these neurons located in the brainstem play a crucial role in communicating information about breathing to other parts of the brain, influencing arousal and emotions. The study's findings suggest that these neurons may be responsible for the calming effects of slow, deep breathing and could lead to new therapies for stress, depression, and other negative emotions. And as you can see before, we talked about arterial stiffness, possibly even cardiovascular health, which we know that cardiovascular disease is still the #1 killer. So let's keep rolling. This is another study here that talks about brief structured respiration that could enhance the mood. Okay, so, and I told you to stick around to the end to find out the difference between breathing patterns and mindful meditation. Here we are. So this study compared 3 different 5-minute breathwork exercises with mindful meditation in managing stress and improving mood. The results showed that cyclic sighing, which emphasizes prolonged exhalations, like what we talked about before, so cyclic, so the 4-4-8 and the 4-7-8, the prolonged exhalation produced greater improvement in mood and reduction in respiratory rate compared to mindful meditation. Food for thought here. This suggests that daily 5-minute cyclic sighing may be an effective stress management exercise. So again, this is not customized medical advice and not medical advice at all. This is general information that we're all learning from on our journey, but this is definitely food for thought. If you are a big advocate of mindfulness If you are a big advocate of mindfulness, meditation, or breath work, I suggest that you should read some of these articles. I'll drop the link below. Thank you for joining me. I'm Dr. J. This is Health Daily. As always, see you tomorrow.
Please listen to this brief meditation only if you are in an environment where you can relax and even fall asleep. It is preferable that you use headphones, but this is not a requirement to attain the benefits from this meditation. Keep in mind that guided meditations are a form of self-hypnosis and are not meant to replace qualified medical treatment. I will continue to guide you in this meditation where you will attain a so-called neutral state, which is a powerful way to control your emotions, particularly those surrounding any pain you may have been or still are experiencing at this time. I would like to assure you that when you enter this state, it doesn't mean that you will completely disconnect from reality, but that you will cease to judge the emotions surrounding your conditions, which, in and of itself, is a step towards releasing any pain or notion of pain. We will now begin. Start by paying attention to your breath. Do not try to change it. Just be aware of it. You may soon notice that you will start to breathe slower. This shows you that your body innately knows and responds by taking specific actions to acquire what you have set out to accomplish. On the next breath in, sweep down your body from your head to your feet and imagine as though you are collecting any lingering tension or pain still left in your body. Then, as you exhale, imagine releasing all that tension and pain out the soles of your feet. Now, draw in a deep breath